Kia ora, mates. Oh, were you about to
drop some?
Were you about to intro?
Bars? No, fuck no. But I can if you want.
Yeah, could you?
I don't know your intro. Kia ora, Mati and Take fans. Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah,
That's solid. That's better than what I was going to do.
Straight up.
you can just remix that and use it for the rest of the year. All rights reserved to use now.
Yeah, well, welcome in. I'm Oliver, your host, and with me is Liam Dunn.
Laum Doon for our Scandinavian fans.
And with us, a very special guest, the haver of many crushes, fittingly the dictator of Nexus magazine. What's up, Jack?
Kia ora, how are we doing?
Yeah, good.
Haver of many crushes. Elaborate.
We were having a couple drinks down at the Don a couple weeks ago, and you were just listing the amount of crushes you had on people on campus.
Oh fuck. Just every grounds person ever. All the security. Thanks for that, mate. Thanks.
No worries, man. I cut out for a bit. Yeah. Before we go any further, quickly, obviously people will be wondering, where the fuck is Cam?
Yeah, so Cam couldn't be here this week because he's skydiving in the Grand Canyon. And he was able to get this picture for us pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
So that was good.
That is
Thanks, Cam. Miss ya. Love ya.
fucking full on. I mean, he was here just like a few days ago. So I assume the bro's jet lagged, but he's just, maybe he just jumped out of the plane and you can skip customs that way.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jack, thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Really excited about today's episode. If you're new to the show, Mates and Takes, we're just a bunch of mates who aren't really mates that give takes that aren't really takes. But each week we have a topic, and essentially we give our
Top 100 picks.
we actually do go into top 100, but we edit it down to just 3 each for YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah.
It's a buy.
Thank fuck. This week's topic, Jack, why don't you tell the people at home?
From my understanding, it's something about. As you can tell, I'm really professional when it comes to podcasting. Is it the top 3? Hold on, I can do this.
It's best
What's
ways to
word?
kill time.
Yeah. Dictators who would make the best. I was under the impression it was influencers, but I've been since told it is YouTubers.
Well, I've worked off of the basis of YouTuber, but if you wanted to do influencer,
No, I switched all my ideas. So
okay.
no. I was just giving you guys shit for shit communications, but
yeah.
well, yes.
What do you expect, man? You hit it on the head. You delivered that perfectly.
Yeah, with no breath or no pause for a dramatic effect or anything like that.
It is dictators, alive or dead, who, if you kind of just took them and asked them to run a successful YouTube channel, who would be the best for X amount of reasons, and that's what we're here to do.
Yep.
But before we jump in, do we think we've got any overlaps?
I think so, 100%.
There has to be, right?
Yeah.
It's not like we've got an extensive list of dictators. I mean, I just assumed, so I came with extras just in case there was any overlap, but I wasn't sure how this all worked.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because to be fair, I don't think I've watched your guys' podcast in full.
I didn't think you had. But that's perfect because you're going to bring a fresh vibe. And if you want, if you feel like someone overlaps with you and they cover it off real well and you just want to pivot, feel free. But I don't have any spares, for example. So if you say what I'm going to say, I'm just going.
I came to win. This is not fun for me. This is not an enjoyable. I came to fucking win.
I like that attitude.
You'll fit in well here then. Now, would you prefer to start or would you like to see how the masters do it?
I think I want to see you guys at work here.
Okay.
Personally, that just seems more exciting to me.
Well, should I start us off and then we'll kind of run down the couch? All right, so the third greatest dictator that would make a YouTuber. Oh, before we jump in, can I just throw some words out for you? Egocentric, manipulative, vindictive, a couple of qualities you want as a YouTuber, which I think dictators can really tap into.
Okay.
There is some cross-crediting on those qualities. So with that being said, Idi Aman.
Sorry.
Idi Aman, famous dictator out of Uganda. You guys are probably like, Uganda, be kidding me right now with this pick?
Yeah, that was my next thought, actually. I was like, oh, Uganda, be kidding me. Yeah, no, Kate's a pie. Beat me to the punch, mate.
Anyone got him in their shortlist?
No, well.
No.
Yeah, sick. So a couple things. Rumored to be a cannibal. So you've got like a really nice niche, maybe a gap in the market there on YouTube. Potentially not enough people talking about cannibalism, sharing recipes, just kind of sharing stories.
Some Army Hammer fans?
Yeah.
He was told to have had the severed heads of his like political enemies like kept in a freezer at his house. So you know how like some influencers, YouTubers will do like, oh, check out my wardrobe or my sneaker collection? The bro could like run you through his fucking severed heads. And
Check out my spiked head collection, everybody.
Straight up. And there'd be a story to tell with all of the ones, right? He's like, yeah, this guy just, I'll be honest, he fucked up my laundry.
Weird flex, yeah.
I think the biggest reason why he should be in this is every YouTuber is only as good as their intro, right? Like, what up, guys? And the bro had like these, this is how he was officially titled during his reign. What up, guys? It's His Excellency President for Life Field Marshal Ahaji Dr. Idi Aman Dada VC DSO MC, Lord of all the beasts of the earth and fishes of the sea, and conqueror of the British Empire in Africa in general and Uganda in particular.
It really just rolls off the tongue.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've never thought, that's just perfect length. I think no one could forget that.
A chill intro.
Yeah,
really,
just
chill.
real simple, straight to the point.
All his fucking titles will be like flying across the screen as he's saying
And
that
you
shit.
just put some copyright free music
yeah.
behind it as well.
Just some generic Arabic music.
And then you tap just after he finishes it and he's like, oh, like, comment and subscribe.
Solid.
Yep, that's my number 3 because...
Guys, don't go anywhere. Stay at the end of the video. I'm showing all my severed heads.
Make sure you like and subscribe next week for my knife collection.
Stick right to the end. I'll teach you how to cook a thigh breast perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's my number 3. I hope you're not actually looking at any of my notes, man.
No, I wouldn't ever do that.
You better not. By the way, because you're not familiar with the pod, Steen is judging all of these.
Yeah, there was small talks where I was trying to hide my list from him in the office because I didn't want to have an unfair advantage here, but I could also fire him if he doesn't let me win here.
Yeah, I want you to just keep it in the back of your mind when we get to the judging process that Steen's not necessarily going to say everything in the correct order. He's not going to necessarily...
I've worked with him as a designer for
Okay.
3 years. Nothing's ever in the correct order, my friend.
Okay, well, perfect.
Yeah, it's going to go
You're
great.
prepped.
Yeah, I've already got the preconceived idea.
LVD, moving on to you. Who is the number 3?
So my number 3 is Muammar Gaddafi. He's a Libyan dictator. He's pretty famous, pretty well known. He's had good relationships with the West, so a lot of people in the West might know him. First of all, one of the biggest things for this guy is his drip. His drip is out of hand. Steen, if you could just, while I'm talking, pull up Muammar Gaddafi outfits, because this guy's shit is crazy.
No, I think just sound it out. Use your phonetic skills.
Just type in dictator drip. I'm sure he'll be the fucking first result.
So, I mean, if we're talking like YouTube, this guy's going to have his daily vlogs, obviously, and that shit'll be going crazy. People love the fit checks.
His OOTDs.
His
100%.
OOTDs, like you said. His
Probably would only still get a 3-star in Nexus Mag.
2 out of 5.
his outfit hauls that he's got to be doing. This shit's crazy. One fun thing about this guy is that, everybody's got their signature thing. This guy's thing was he would bring a tent with him wherever he went, like a huge tent that needed its own airplane. And so he'd if he was going to New York, he'd put his tent in Portugal, and then he'd to live in his tent and fly to New York every time he wanted to go there and back.
Was it like a security thing, a comfort thing? Like, why did the bro insist?
I don't know, man.
Hey, you've always got to be prepared, mate. You never know when you're going to need a fucking hitch up.
He's like a pretty cool, mysterious guy. He was from a desert tribe in Libya that didn't record births, so he doesn't know exactly how old he is.
Is he still alive?
Nah, he was murdered.
Oh,
Fuck, yeah.
He was pretty brutally murdered, actually. Do you guys want to know how? Or?
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so when he was overthrown, because obviously people just got sick of his shit eventually, as they do with all dictators, he was trying to hide from people. They dragged him out and they like shoved a wooden stake up his ass.
Word.
Yeah, straight. Pretty brutal. There's a video of it.
If you guys were to be murdered, how would you prefer to be murdered?
To be fair, I think I'd steal his way. That sounds like a fucking right good time. That's just Saturday night, mate. I've always said fire, but fuck.
Yeah.
Whoa, is that for real?
Yeah,
Fuck, you know what? Yeah, no, that's on. That's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's strong.
He also had a team of female virgin bodyguards at all times. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
My man.
Damn.
What the fuck?
He's an interesting guy. He's a very interesting guy.
It feels like he's trying to keep it like almost like Egyptian old school. Yeah, holy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize him.
I feel like I've seen his face before.
Yeah.
Wow, they really human popsicled that dude.
Yeah, straight up.
Because what year did he die?
2011.
Oh, so they're still doing that shit.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was like, oh, yeah, that might have been like a 1950s.
I thought 80s, yeah. I was like, oh, you know, right up until... Because, you know, they were still guillotining people in France in the 70s and shit.
Were they really?
Yeah, 77, bro. Oh, this is a weird fact that I know. The last guillotine execution in France happened in 1977, same year that the first Star Wars came out.
That is extremely wild that they're doing that still.
Yeah, I did watch the TikTok. Thank you.
Some highs and lows in the 70s. Huh?
Yeah, so that's my number 3, guys.
I can see the charisma just oozing off of that dude.
I 100% would watch his OOTDs, but I wouldn't watch them on his YouTube. I'd watch them re-uploaded on Instagram Reels or something, where someone ranks his last 10. But I'd still watch them and I'd still consume that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is probably a problem. Is anyone going to relate to YouTube that's at university? Do they just watch YouTube Shorts or?
I don't watch YouTube Shorts because I have some standards, but I would watch them as they're re-uploaded to Instagram Reels.
Do you go on YouTube at all?
God no.
Holy
Only to play
shit.
music.
Wow.
Only because there's like live versions of songs that I like that they still haven't uploaded online, so I'll use it for music. But I'm not here watching YouTubers. I'm grown. I'm old.
Like a Sticky Fingers Hurricane, you jumping on for that?
I mean, Cyclone, but you know, you're in New Zealand, the Southern Hemisphere,
Close
my bro.
enough.
Same thing. Oi, actuals though.
Oh.
All right.
Oh yeah, so bring us in. What's number 3 for you?
Controversial choice, and don't know whether or not anyone would consider him a dictator, but Hone Heke, my tupuna, my ancestor, he was influential, and here's why. So for those of you who don't know who Hone Heke was, but he was arguably the person who kind of started the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, or rather the idea behind the Treaty of Waitangi. He was one of the first chieftains to sign it. He also gained most of the chiefs throughout Aotearoa to come up and sign it. Okay. So that leads me to think that he would make like major YouTube channels where he just does those history videos, but they're animated and it's all his own history. It's kind of like drunk history with Hone. I thought, you know, fuck, that would be on. And just, he goes on and on about how he thinks that, you know, the North Island was pulled up by him and the South Island was pulled up by him. And just 20-minute videos, fully animated. Yeah. Hone Heke.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, that goes hard.
Yeah, thank you. I thought it was a good choice. And, you know, bring some culture in here.
Yeah, also like a good pick.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
I mean, YouTube is just storytelling most of the time, right?
Exactly.
It's just fucking...
And I thought, you know, some Māori history told by somebody who, you know, doesn't necessarily know the exact history, because that's not something that ever happens on YouTube where people just tell inaccurate stories.
But some first-hand experience he could talk to, you know?
Exactly.
That shit goes far.
I thought so. Thank you. I like the validation. It makes me feel happy.
No, hey, you're in the right spot. You didn't even have to look at notes. That's better than both me and Liam. You're fucking killing it already.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh man, I wasn't expecting that.
No,
because he wasn't in my dictator Wikipedia list.
Okay, so this was a hard one because I was like, dictator, cult leaders, arrogant Māoris. They all kind of, there's got to be a fine line between them all that connects them somehow. And so that's where I ended up. And then it was a question of, and something I didn't think I'd yell out in an office very often, is a cult leader considered a dictator? And it was a resounding, I don't know, from everybody else. And so some more Googling and I ended up with Hone Heke. To be fair, he was one of my first, and the only pick I had. So I had to kind of fill in the blanks.
No, I like it because either way, I think these people are trying to achieve mostly the same thing by pretty much the same means, right? Yep. So, yeah, fuck yeah, he might as well be a dictator.
Thank you.
That's dope. I have at number 2 for the second best dictator who would kill it on YouTube as Kim Jong-un. The man child in North Korea with his finger on the button.
We got the same number 2.
Swag on him. Well, let me just open up the proceedings and we can just go back and forth.
Yeah, all right, cool.
I would have him as a basketball channel, so he'd just do basketball content. He's like such a huge basketball fan. He's geeked out over it. And the best part is it would never be like dull, boring shit because he'd just pick all the outcomes. He'd pick all the results because he's just a propaganda machine, bro. So it's like his favorite team's the Chicago Bulls and the Lakers, and it's like if they played in the finals, he'd just be like, oh, yep, they both won. Because he just makes up the fucking rules. It would just be such a wild sports channel where he could just do whatever the fuck he wanted. I think he'd have some really great guests on, like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Who apparently, when Dennis like visited him, like the bro just, Kim couldn't even make eye contact with him the whole time. He was so fucking nervous. Imagine that, bro.
Like
Like,
struck. He just can't deal with it. That's his man's.
You're chilling with this like dictator dude, and he can't look at you.
Solid pick. I like that.
And the only other thing I had was people have tried to assassinate him a few times. So like, if people came for his channel, and you know there was some angry people on the internet, he'd be like, whatever. He's seen it all before.
He can deal with hate.
I love that.
What about you? How come you had him in the mix?
Okay, so first of all, I got Korean culture is very in these days. People love like K-pop and everything like Korean at the moment. So that's like he's already, on the
Is North Korea tapped into that same wave?
Well, I just said Korean, didn't I? I didn't put a South or a North on it.
Yeah, I'm sure Squid Games was filmed in his basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I've got, assuming he lifted the ban on YouTube in North Korea, he's got like 25 million guaranteed views every time. I just think a lot of people will be interested in his day-to-day life because there's not a lot of information about North Korea in general. And then also he would do like boba tea reviews. And then he would pop off with that shit.
Oh,
God.
man.
No, solid shout.
Yeah, that's my number 2.
I mean, the bro just like does whatever the hell he wants at any time, right? I mean, that whole city would probably just, if he wanted to get to work quicker, they would instantly just fucking build some highway for him, right? That whole city's just whatever he wants.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like if you just followed him with a camera throughout the week, shit would be insane. Good luck following that,
The
Jack.
fucking boba tea reviews, my guy. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull up the name of this because I can't actually pronounce it.
Yeah.
But Alfredo Stroessner, Paraguay's leader from 19-something to 1990-something. Now, I thought, it's in the name, right? Pasta reviews. He just goes around reviewing pasta, not necessarily Paraguayan pasta, but like all the pastas. And his name's already Alfredo, so it's there. Like, it's already in the title. The branding could just be there already, and I think that he's already got a solid call for a overarching YouTube channel. Sorry.
No, that's 100% because the name of a channel is very big. Like, it's a lot. That's a lot, you know? So I like that.
Thank you.
That's like pretty much all you need, right? And then everything that comes after it is just whatever.
It's exactly that. And I think, how could you stray away from something that's already your name? Look at PewDiePie. I don't know what it means, but it's a name synonymous with gaming. Maybe he's synonymous with the pasta community, because I'm sure it's there. It's definitely thriving. I see those pasta videos now and then when I'm tired and strolling on fucking the internet. There's always pasta videos, people just making pasta. And there's that guy that at the moment, who's like doubling the eggs every day to make pie. Have you guys seen this shit?
No.
He's at like 2,000 eggs now, and he's making giant batches of pasta. That could be Alfredo.
As in, like, so if he did 2,000 yesterday, does he have to do 4,000
Yeah,
tomorrow?
well, doubling it every day. That could be Alfredo. He's missing he's dead, but he's missing the opportunity here.
Is the bro like just literally in like 3 days time gonna have to start?
I don't know. He switched to ostrich eggs now. Apparently, I'm very well versed in the pasta community of TikTok. I think he got to like 2,000. Sorry, the double of 1,096, whatever it is, and just gave up because after that, in this economy,
Oh, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How's that
That's
even
wild.
feasible?
now he switched to ostrich eggs. But anyway, there you go. That's his future, is just pasta videos, and I stand by that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried that viral pasta dish with like you just chuck a block of feta cheese in amongst tomatoes
and like no liquid, and that's
Yeah.
just somehow meant to become like a sauce.
yeah, it just
I liked the vodka sauce, I just keep doubling up the vodka, just keep going. And that was the best thing to come out of the Hadid sisters, apart from, Scandal.
apart from like that hair flick during a Joku Mas show.
Oh, that was, or, Bella Hadid naked getting sprayed.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
that was wild.
That was
Or
wild.
like her sneaker.
It's actually the
interview.
background on my phone. Her sneaker into
Have you not seen that?
No.
When she goes sneaker shopping with Complex or whatever the fuck.
Stop
it is?
it.
Nah, for real, it's one of the most awkward interviews ever. And they're like, so what do you think about the Air Forces? And she's like, if homeboy comes over wearing those, he's gonna like get it. And the guy's just like, cool,
Solid.
Converse.
Oh, now I know what I'm watching tonight.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is watching like maybe a fashion show with my girlfriend because she loves that shit, and one of the Hadid sisters, and I'll just go, oh, which Hadid is that? Is that the one that dates The Weeknd? Or do we like her more? And there's just so many questions to ask because I just know nothing about that world. Are we talking about pasta?
Yeah. Yeah, Alfredo Straussman.
You know what I'm keen on getting, bro? A popcorn maker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so I can make popcorn.
You
I
don't
love
think-
making popcorn,
No,
but
fair
I'm
enough.
always in the pot.
Live your
like,
truth.
Yeah. I mean, I want to just...
You
Wait,
feel
like those
you-
industrial size one? You're going to go rob like an event cinemas or something? Or you think like tabletop?
We both used to work at events.
Oh, fuck off, for real?
we used to run
I
that.
guess you're going back now. You're going to go steal that popcorn maker, mate.
It's called the popper, and we used to. I used to get in big shit because essentially, like you'd get a scoop of the kernels, you'd pour it in, you'd have this like, was it just like powdered butter basically, like
Yeah,
butter
it's
salt,
like butter salt.
and you'd put it in, and then you'd press the button, and it would like just pour hot oil into it. But there's actually nothing stopping you from doing like potentially 5 scoops of the butter and then like 3 pumps of the
No
oil.
offense, my guy. That sounds fucking yuck.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
It was like a thing like who could make the most radioactive.
It came out like
Bucket of
orange.
popcorn.
if you
Oh,
so there was like a ratio they gave you of like
Wait, so
one
they're not
scoop
even
of this to-
made with real butter? You're telling me it's oil and butter powder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It works. That
I
shit
mean,
is
yeah, go hard.
delicious.
Yum, yeah.
We'd also
So you're going to, that's what you want to do. That's your life, is you want to make popcorn.
Hey, how do you guys know I don't already have a YouTube channel?
Well, there was no dictator named Popcorn.
is microwave popcorn,
Alfredo's younger brother.
Is microwave popcorn just not meeting your needs anymore?
So I don't even microwave
you not-
popcorn, bro. I
Eat it raw.
put it in 20 seconds and then I'm giving game to you guys right now, but if you want it, you put it in the microwave for 20 seconds, you melt all the shit inside of it, cut it with scissors, put it in a pot to ensure that it's popped perfectly.
I think you're the dictator. You're the fucking psycho, mate.
Holy
Wait, so what's inside of a microwave popcorn? Is it the same shit that's basically going into those big machines?
It's like it's like the same shit, but it's like, I don't know what it looks like, kind of like grease, but it's like the
Oh,
flavor.
hot, yum. Can't wait to eat more popcorn. Yeah, grease.
We're really selling you on popcorn this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your number
And
one,
our
bro?
sponsor today is Poppin' Good.
Yeah, stop buying that fucking microwavable shit, or at the very least, cut it in half and make it way harder for yourself.
Add extra steps to something that should be 30 seconds.
I reckon you guys might have the bro, although I felt like I was reaching back into history to grab him, but Julius Caesar, number one, like first to do it, you know, like number one. I think he was like probably the first Western dictator.
Yeah.
Top G of the dictators, really.
So
I've always said that.
Yeah.
I've always thought that.
Jack's always been saying that.
And that's something I've always said, yeah.
I really like his potential to run like a pickup line or like relationship advice channel, because the bro was just a maniac back in the day. He was there's rumors, but the bro was definitely bisexual. I mean, like, he went and had a thing with Cleopatra, and then he also like went and just clapped a king's cheeks, bro.
I really thought you were about to blow my mind and say Cleopatra had a dick. He was. That's where I thought you were going with that. I was like, hold on, let me get adjusted. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
She didn't have a dick, but he was outsourcing for that. So he's gonna have like this very. He'll have advice for anyone, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, he's just gonna have all the creativity in the world to chat about it. I think I had.
Got to have some interesting life stories as well. Like,
I want to hear them. Yeah.
Story time.
Story time with Julius Caesar. Special guest Cleopatra with her cock out.
That needs to be the tagline of this episode.
Yeah.
Cleopatra with her cock out. He was a master like public speaker. Like, he's just a fucking genius tactician. So like, in terms of getting in front of the camera, he's just not going to be nervous at all. I mean, we haven't really talked too much about the ability to talk and the charisma, but he would have no problems at all. I think the reason I have him at number one is when he was assassinated, it basically was the end of the Roman Empire. It just fully spelt the full devastation of it. So if anyone was to try cancel his YouTube channel, by that same theory, YouTube would just end. It would be the death of YouTube. So it's impossible to cancel the bro.
And I always thought Trisha Paytas was going to be the death of YouTube. So here I am. Consider me fucked, because my God.
Yeah. I think the bro is, he's got a lot of wisdom to share, and he needs a platform. RIP, my mans. Stabbed like fucking 23 times. Like,
yeah, by everyone as well.
60 people kind of, they reckon, was in some way part of the conspiracy to get the bro got.
By his boys.
Imagine being hated by that many people. Far out. Imagine knowing that many people.
But that's how you know you've made it, when you've got haters, right? Like, if you get stabbed 23 times, you're just
I
lying
hope all
back
my
and-
contributors for Nexus end up stabbing me on my way out. That's how I want to go.
I guess that's the way you want to be murdered.
Yeah.
And maybe one...
Yeah, take back the popsicle
No,
stick ass.
and that as well.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, that goes hard.
That does go hard.
It does go hard, yeah.
Have you seen anything from Chainsaw Man, by the way?
Yeah, I'm not.
No, bro.
I'm not fucking with that shit.
Oh,
Was
I
it a
read the
TV
first
show?
volume.
Oh, no, I lied. It's a book. Manga?
Oh, no, it's out. I think it's out as a
anime
show
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah, you guys do strike me as anime kids.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an episode coming out, Anime Boyfriends.
Yeah,
so-
anime boyfriends.
solid.
But I'll have you know this guy... Oh, no, I will. I won't spoil it. Because this might come out before it. We have no fucking...
Concept of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we don't know how to
continuity
like...
doesn't exist on
we,
the
we,
podcast.
we intro episodes being like, hey, welcome to episode 3, and we're going to release it as like episode 5 for all we know.
Stab in the dark.
Yeah, so that is my number one. I think Julius is holding it down for all those playboys out there that need advice. LD.
My number one, I don't know. Jack, me and you got the same Hitler?
No.
Okay.
See, that seemed too obvious. to
Yeah,
me.
I think...
But I appreciate the simplicity of your answer,
Yeah.
but also thinking that I would think that way as well. I'm really proud of you for that.
I thought maybe we would go for
You know, kindred spirit. You know, we both like Hitler.
Yeah. We're like, have you looked into his ideas?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
like-
Jack, you're artsy as Hitler.
Okay, so back in the day, he had the best film techniques for the era that they were in. You know, like making crowds look bigger and making them look really important in his propaganda. And so I'm thinking, like, based off that information, he would have like a really good team of like editors and PR people around him, like pushing his podcast or his whatever the fuck he's doing on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, 2, he's like a pretty passionate guy. Proven he can accomplish large scale goals if he sets his mind to it. So he has like, you know, credibility in the space.
He gets it done. Yeah. Okay.
Also, I've got here that he was on a lot of amphetamines during his time, so he's going to outwork his competition. Just a dog. Just outwork his competition. Just smacked on fucking opiates, coke, amphetamines.
Once again, man after my own heart.
Yeah.
He's just misunderstood, man. He just needed a YouTube channel to really get his feelings out there. What, like, if he had to put a tag on his channel that was like the genre or the
Lifestyle.
lifestyle.
Made for kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Inclusivity.
DIY.
Yeah.
Like facial hair tutorials.
Yeah.
Crazy that guy went so hard in the paint that you can't even wear that facial hair anymore.
That's influence.
I'd hope, and Charlie Chapman's so fucking pissed off about that.
Yeah, that timing's fucking awful, eh?
Oh wait, Michael Jordan wore it, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You wanna, Steen? You wanna look
Okay,
up
so you gotta
Michael-
have that much sauce to like bring that mo back.
You gotta be the baddest man in the NBA to wear a Hitler mustache, and even
Is it
then,
recent?
it would have been like I want to say like around the Wizards era Michael Jordan in like the 2000s.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That is solid.
I mean, that's it, right? That's
I'm-
the fucking mustache.
and to be fair, Mans is pulling it off. Not well, but he's pulling it off.
He's pulling it off.
If you're anyone but Michael Jordan and you wear that mustache, do you not just get the shit beaten out of you
Hate
instantly?
crime.
Yeah.
Come on.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. That's wild that he did that.
Fuck's sake.
Well,
yeah, that's my number one, fellas.
Cat's bite.
I see. Yeah.
All right. So, I don't know how familiar everyone is with YouTube trends currently, but there's those girlies that tell, true crime while doing their makeup.
Yeah.
Stay with me here. Charles Manson telling conspiracy theories whilst doing his own makeup.
That's the sickest premise. Like,
Thank you. Now, I don't know much about the man. I haven't met him personally. I've just not studied him either. But I've watched, I watched American Horror Story that one time. And he seems like the kind of guy that would 100% do his own makeup. Not well, but would tell some fat ass stories about some kind of conspiracy theories, about true crime shit he's done. And I would be engaged from start to finish. Now, if you put one of those weird videos of like Subway Surfers on the side, I'm not leaving that channel. Hours. I would pay money to watch that man talk while Subway Surfers or some fucking cigarettes in a pipe gets, filled with cement is playing next to it.
Just like a hydraulic press.
100%. You know where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them driving over those weird squishy balls. Yeah, fuck, I'm in. I'm convinced.
Someone putting their foot into a crock filled with foam.
Yeah. And then just doing his makeup. Well, hey guys, today I'm going to be telling the story of how I murdered that one girl that one time. Whilst also doing
allegedly.
a smoking eye.
Do you guys know Danny Trejo, the actor?
Yeah.
So there's this, he went on this, I think it was David Stern or something, he was telling an interview about, he was in prison with Charles Manson. And he said Charles Manson was like
I've never thought about them as being roughly the same age, but that makes a whole lot of sense.
Charles Manson was like a hypnotist. And so he said like in jail, only if you had experienced this before, like so only if you had taken heroin or like coke or something, he could hypnotize you into thinking that you were on that substance.
Get fucked.
This is what I'm recounting.
Man, he'd make bank at high schools, hey?
Yeah.
Convincing kids that they're on acid and shit. Far out. Rest in power, King.
Rest in power.
Apart from, the people you murdered.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, the bro could definitely tell stories.
Yeah, but I thought because, it's trendy, there's those girlies that are doing their makeup, I just thought he would make a solid beauty guru while telling stories.
Hell yeah.
Definitely a popping market at the moment.
It has to be. Yeah, you have to think about it like that.
He'd be awful at the makeup and it just wouldn't matter.
It
wouldn't
doesn't,
matter
I'm
for a
not paying
second.
attention. I'm watching Subway Surfers.
No.
I'm watching the full season of American Idol next to it, but no sound.
Those YouTube videos in particular, like if you were to play something like that to someone even 15, 20 years ago, they'd just be like, what in the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This person's talking about these really grim things, but they're doing...
And then their child got completely mutilated. And next we're going to add a shimmer to the highlights.
Yeah. Wow.
Those are my favorite, though.
That's an incredible pick. I really like that.
Thank you.
But it's not me that has to like it. And with that being said, let's bring in the All-Father, the Judge of Judges, the wordsmith himself, Steen. How are you feeling over there?
I'm feeling a little hot here. It might just be the lights emitting a lot of heat, or my boss is in the room. I can't quite tell. But shall I crack into it?
Yeah, give us round by round, and
Just
then
the winner on round by round.
and then at the end. So here's the deal: Steen, will pick his favorite from our thirds, our second, and our first, and then he gets to pick an overall sum of their parts.
I'm
winner.
glad you explained this because I would have just smiled along and gone,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
makes total
Overall
sense.
winner on vibes. We're going with
Vibes. You judge it
Vibes
based on
winner, yeah.
vibes.
We tried to come up with like a point system last season, and it was just like
chaotic.
no one could keep up.
No, fair enough. I'll take vibes.
Especially since I was dyslexic and I'd count 2, but all of a sudden you'd have 4 points.
My favorite thing Steen does, and I love Steen, so I can say this. He'll say something. He'll be like, but unfortunately, and then it won't be a but unfortunately. He just does it. He just sprinkles it in there.
Well, look, but unfortunately, the loser of round 1.
No, just no.
No. Okay. All right, getting off to it. I'm gonna give round 1 to Oliver here, and I've written down my reasoning why on this one after listening to all of the reasoning. I think he would make a great YouTube sort of just episodes and or stories on why the head was in the jar. However, he would do pretty well because his title that you read would be just a catchy meme within about a week.
His editor would go crazy making that. Just
dude.
name.
Like just flashing words on the
Just
screen.
match cut to a pop song. Fireworks by Katy Perry.
I'd give an honorable mention though to Murmur for those YouTube shorts you guys are talking about. He would do fantastic in clothes shorts.
Yeah.
Drip of the week,
Oh,
swag
yeah.
of the week.
When they do those those quick clips of them putting on the fit and then walking in random places, just a bomb behind him.
Those ones are the girls just snapping and shit
Yeah.
pops on their body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just jumping, and as he jumps, another piece of clothing's on him.
And then also for Hone, honestly, his drunk shorts would go really well. But then I feel like the longer you listen to them, you'd be like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Yeah, nah, sure.
But then you'd get addicted
You're
to
wrong.
it. No.
Here's some I prepared earlier just to show you all.
All right, off you go. All right, so moving on to round 2. It was a tie. I'm going to equal out the tie here. I'm going to give the tie winning to Liam over there. And the only reason is because Kim Jong-un, just there's something about it, Boba tea reviews, I think that's what topped it off. Right? Overall winner, though, I'm going to give that one to Jak for round 2.
I don't remember what my round 2 was.
Alfredo.
Oh, Alfredo.
The pasta maker.
Yeah, my food making king. Just beat out Kim Jong-un. I'm sorry, mate.
He's taking all my notes right there and then. All right, and then for the winner of round 3, some debate back here with Jordan. I'm going to give this one to Liam Dunn. And I've written here Hitler's channel name, I think would be called Nine.
Nine, 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 nine.
I had to mentally rehearse that one.
Hitler's wet
Can you
dream over
elaborate?
there
Can
in
you
the
elaborate
corner.
why?
Yeah, does that mean that means no, right?
It means no, yes.
Yeah.
Do you think? How would you spell that?
don't-
That's the way that you've said it. How would you spell it specifically?
I don't know. In,
Hard hitting questions. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Steve.
N-I-N-E, just 9.
Or like
With a silent exclamation mark.
N-E?
I don't know, but
You didn't think that much.
he would really drive his point across countries with force.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a proven track record. You're not wrong.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was doing more political, but if you want to go down that route, all right.
The track record is a NASCAR driver.
All right. Last of all, overall vibes winner here. I'm going to give this one to Liam. Overall vibes from Liam were pretty good. I liked all of it, and especially when you guys were just banting with the boba.
I
That's
mean, yeah.
the title of your autobiography, Banting with the Boba.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, keep that one in mind.
How-
You can have that. I'll give you that one as well.
Thank you. Thank you
Banting
very
with
much,
the
sir.
Boba, how Hitler became a raging success on YouTube.
A master's thesis.
So yeah, you won today's episode. Congratulations, but you outed yourself as like a huge Hitler guy. Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk about that after.
I'm gonna look back on my life and yeah.
Fair enough. You need a full review, just like Jordan. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you, Jack, for joining
worries,
us.
no
Thanks,
worries.
Jack.
This was really fucking
appreciate
cool.
that.
It's been really nice. I really enjoyed this.
It's like the first full episode you've ever listened to.
Yeah, no. And even then, I've still tuned out. I only listened to what I had to say, as per usual.
Yeah, so we're also going to need a new judge after this because I don't think I'll have a job.
All right, Liam, play us out, baby.
Okay.
And we'll see you next time. We might have a different guest. Probably not. We don't plan these things very well. See ya.
Love you guys.
Haki Tete fans.